life, this is my time. Step up, rise up, fight first, bring it on.
Body of Lightning Fox. And a kick from Lightning Fox. Will this be the end? Hold on, reversals. I think it's time for Lightning Fox to finish the match. Is he done? He's going to try and lift Wrecking Ball. They force a Wrecking Ball. Knockout punch. It's a pin.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm finally onto that video of Lightning Fox. Why the fuck did you vote for me to talk about him? Because he's pretty much just gonna be a similar list of all the other things that I've stated. Welcome to the next episode of Remus Talks, by the way. Lightning Fox. See, when people choose names for themselves, they had better choose names that actually fit the character that they are supposed to be, to fit what they are supposed to be. Lightning suggests that he is quick, that he is fast, that he flies around the ring, or wherever it is they happen to be so fighting at such a speed that it's hard to keep up with them. Fox suggests cunning, suggests wily, suggests lone wolf sort of stature. What I see with this individual is none of those qualities. He's very good at being pinned in just shy over 5 minutes against someone who's clearly far more experienced than him, someone who's clearly a lot better than him. In case you're wondering, it's Wrecking Ball. I'll make sure to post that video down in the comments below. But can I just say, Lightning Fox, there's not a lot on you because from what I can gather you weren't in a lot of events, and from what I found out about you, though the nuggets of truth are very hard to find, I can understand why you were thrown out in the first place. Lightning Fox, what can I tell you about Lightning Fox other than he is one of the few that I haven't actually met, which now includes Emrys, him, and Alpha Apex. I've met nearly every single other individual that I've talked about in my talks. So that's 3 now. I have a list of notes here, actually. I'm just going to quickly get them up here. Here we go. Right, so this is what we know about him so far. He debuted at one of the first ever pay-per-views for SWF, which was Mosh Pit. Mosh Pit, yes. See, I've never been at a Mosh Pit pay-per-view, but from what I can gather, it's something that's quite prestigious and holds a lot of weight in SWF. Why we have never had one before, whilst I've been around, is beyond me. Next, yes, this match is actually his debut, the one where he faces off against Wrecking Ball for the Intercontinental Championship. It's almost like when I first debuted for the Sheffield Championship. They both had a similar outcome, I just lasted a little bit longer and eventually I got the title. A few matches down the line, yes, but I got it. He didn't, and from what I can gather, that was his only title shot and his only match. See, I'm a pain in the arse for all the good reasons. I draw in the crowds. I draw in the people who come to watch SWF, and I bring those crowds to bigger and better heights. I have been good for SWF. Maybe not its wrestlers, but I have been good for SWF. Lightning Fox, on the other hand, not so much, because from what I can gather, he had a very annoying and troublesome behavioural pattern. I fully imagine that he was the kind of fuckboy that you'd see roaming around in Barnsley with the hands down the trousers, trying to look tough in front of the elderly. And that's certainly the impression I'm getting from when I see him. From what I can remember, he wasn't exactly the biggest advocate of hygiene either. Now, To talk about hygiene in wrestling just seems like a really odd concept to start with, because it shouldn't even need to be something that's discussed. Just have good hygiene in the first place it's just a given. Why would you not go into a match and not have that to start with? Layer upon layer of sweat inside the ring? I do a lot of things that are very cruel and very hard to watch, but I'm never hard to sniff. Mainly because I look after myself. As much as I don't like this person that I'm in, I look after him when I'm around. And what I can tell is that my description of him being a Barnsley lad, with the hands down the trousers all the time, being a fuckboy, was also a very good description for what else he also tries to do all the time. See, I want to clear something up in this, because I know people will try and use this as an argument against me. It's quite clear from his history that he has a certain approach and a certain viewpoint towards ladies. And you could argue the same for me if you so chose to. The difference is that he views ladies like as if they are below him. He flirts with them constantly. He tries to get inside the pants all the time because that's all he views them for. Me, on the other hand, I show a lot more respect. I think men and women equal, regardless, right? That's the way I treat it inside the ring as well. If you're happy to swing a punch at me, I'm more than happy to throw one back your way. That's the way I view it. And yes, I made some very unsavoury comments towards Catherine, but Catherine knows full well why I said those comments in the first place. It was only to notify her of the truth, which was Lawrence, and what he is. Whether she wants to admit that yet or not, I don't know. But from what I can gather, pain in the arse, sexist pig, lack of talent, really bad character. I mean, he's trying to be the good guy in the ring. He's like, yeah, look at me, yeah, oh, fuck off, yo, yeah, you're not allowed to boo me, you gotta cheer me, I'm a good guy, yeah. I mean, that's just as fake as what Lawrence is. And by God, trying to listen to that commentary on that video is just mind-numbingly... Ugh. I never want to hear Lawrence on commentary again after that. I would have quite happily just watched the entire thing in mute. That would have raised it from a 2 to a 3. But yes. Those are my viewpoints and opinions on Lightning Fox. Another person that I hope never returns to SWF, although maybe I shouldn't have talked about him because I have a certain little knack for talking about someone and then they come back. I'm looking at you, Dante, and I'm looking at you, Leo. Yeah. I don't know what you're playing at, Leo, but whatever it is that you're doing, you're not intimidating me. You're not intimidating me at all. Far from it. I don't know what's triggered this little change of heart in you, if that's what it truly is, but I'm keeping my eye on you. And if you truly were following me before, I advise that you stop doing that. I don't like people following me. It doesn't end well for the people who are. And Mr. Greenwood, I just want to clear things up between us. We could keep harping on about our different viewpoints, but at the end of the day, you have yours, which is incorrect, and mine, which is correct. And I think that's just the way it's got to go, I'm afraid. There's no point just constantly arguing this between us. Oh, thank you very much for that update. DeCaro, yes. He'll be appearing very soon. Yes, that's a little announcement. I'll be going off to meet DeCaro soon enough. I think it's about time that I started meeting my allies in SWF. And this will be the first time that we've met ever since Redemption. And I have a lot to thank him for. in person. Kieran, you accepted the challenge, of course, yes. Before I forget, you accepted the challenge. Thank you very much. That shows that you at least trust what I'm going to say. It's either that or you really want to get your hands on Joel. By the way, Joel, I'm still not going to call you by that name you've given yourself, no matter how many times you try to flaunt it. So, you know what? I'm just waiting from you, Joel. What's your decision? You accept the challenge, but do you accept being in this match? That's what I want to know. Is Dante going to be the one who answers for you? Who knows? We'll find out soon enough. And Dante, we've not spoken in a while, you and I. How are you doing? How's Corpse holding up? How's your, girl? I was talking about letters being sent to Kieran and Joel. You'll be receiving your own invitations very soon. I think it's about time that we truly show just who is the most dominant force out there. Is it going to be Sinister, or is it going to be... Of course it's going to be, but is it going to be the Society? Who will know? This has been sort of an update video as well as a talks, but, you know, I've got plenty of time to be able to do these things now. Especially now that we're on a semi-lockdown of sorts. I've still got to get my head around that a little bit, but if it means that I can meet the people that I need to meet, then I'm all for it. And even better if we're safe in the meantime. That'll be all for today's episode. Bit of a topsy-turvy one, but, well, I gave you Lightning Fox. And the date today, it's not the 10th. That's when they're going to get rid of the polling. But we've only got a few more days, so we might as well make the most out of it. So, with that being said, please leave a like, share and subscribe, and click up here so you can vote on which wrestler I am to talk about next. And you see that bell icon? Yeah, down there? Yeah. You see it? Click on it to stay updated with all future videos. This has been Remus Kane on Remus Talks, and I will see you all in the next episode. That one's for you, Crisis.